Hey guys, and welcome back to the Seven Cents. I'm your host, Laurel Cooper. I know I look busted today. I'm not feeling that great. I had a vaccine for pneumococcal pneumonia, and the side effects are kind of kicking my ass right now. I did want to make a video though to tell you what's going on with my house, tell you kind of why I've been silent for a little bit, and then also tell you what's going on, the future of everything. So I have videos coming up that I'm editing currently right now. They're just taking a long time. That's all. I'm trying to be kind of perfectionist when it comes to these videos, and it's hard. So, first thing I wanted to talk about was what's been going on in my house and like all the different experiences I've had in this house. And I mean, I haven't talked about a lot of it, but some of it's picked up pretty recently again, and I thought it kind of went away, and it didn't. So I figured I'd talk about it and see what you guys might think. I brought it up with a few other social medias, but my YouTube people, I think, will really help me out the most. So count on you guys to help me figure this out. And again, like I'm having a video for the second edition for the We're Living coming up. I'm having a video for the COVID, like truth and myths being busted. I've gone through both sides of the COVID, the right and the left. I got depressed, to be honest, because I can see how everybody can. We'll get there with that video, but let's just say I've been depressed for a while, going down a lot of rabbit holes that I don't think I should ever have gone down because I feel like ignorance is bliss. Uh, but we're going to talk about the things that are happening in my house that I'm dealing with personally. So, first thing is doppelgangers. I'm assuming that's what this is. I'll let you be the judge. I don't know. There's four different situations that have happened so far where I have experienced people in my life that I love be in a position or be in a location that they're not. It's impossible for them to be in, and I'll get to that in a second. Uh, it's all the men in my family too. I don't understand why it's not women. It's just the men, and it's not just them me seeing them anymore. Like, okay. Anyways, well, I'm getting into it. I'm getting way ahead of myself. Uh, so again, sorry I don't look that great. Sorry. I mean, I've showered at least, and my hair doesn't look like it because I didn't wash my hair, but I did shower, and I'm just not feeling that great. So, but I do love you all. That's why I wanted to make a video. I missed you all, and I wanted to at least give you guys an update. Okay, first off, 28, no, it was 2017 was the first time that this happened. And I was with my husband. I had taken my kid to school, and it was just me and him. He had to go to work that day, and so I was going to be home alone. And so when I'm home alone, I don't anymore, but I used to chain the door when I would be home alone because this neighborhood's not that great, and so you don't want to mess around. Anyways, so it was 2017. I dropped my kid out of school. My husband was going to work around like 12 and 1 in the afternoon or whatever. He was doing a night shift, and so he was starting in the afternoon or noon. And so I was going to be home alone for a few hours by myself. And so I gave him a hug, gave him a kiss, told him to, be safe. I love you. Close the door, and I closed it and I locked it and I put the chain on it. Like I put the damn chain on it. And then I went to the bathroom, and I figured not instantly because it wasn't like my husband got home and I had to pee or left I had to pee. It was went to go get a drink and other daily things. Went to go smoke a cigarette, and it was about I want to say like 5-10 minutes. So, because the reason why I panic and then, okay, it's about 5-10 minutes later, like I'm literally in the middle of smoking a cigarette and I have to pee. I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta pee. So I put my cigarette out and I go pee. And then I hear the door open and keys and footsteps. And I'm like, hey babe, what'd you forget? Because, like, what'd you forget? Nothing. Then I saw him enter my kitchen, walk past my kitchen, through my kitchen, into my laundry room area. From my bathroom, you can see everything. Like, everything. So I am like, hey, what did you forget? Nothing. He hasn't said a word to me. He won't even look at me. And now I'm kind of getting weird. Like, you mad at me? Like, what the fuck did I do to you? I didn't do anything. Like, why are you mad at me? Because now I'm internalizing all of it, because it's all about me and my world. So if you have a problem with something going on in your life and you're acting a little bit weird to me, the first thing I'm going to do, and this is a big window into the world of Laurel, the first thing I'm going to do is go, what the hell did I do? Because it's all about me, for the most part. Anyways, point is that I was like, what's going on with you? What'd you forget? You're already running late for work. You were running late for work almost 10 minutes ago. Like, what's happening? Still nothing. So I'm like, okay, I won't talk to you either. And I was getting offended. Like, off then. You don't want to talk to me, I don't want to talk to you either. It's not like I'm sitting here waiting for you to give me some freaking words of wisdom. You know what I mean? Like, you were gone to go to work. So if you're busy, whatever, like, I want to talk to you. So I got out of the bathroom and I went to go check because I'm, what's up with you? Like, you're still in the laundry room. I didn't hear the other door. So I know you're in the laundry room still, so I'm gonna go check. So I went to go check, and literally I just had to walk out my bathroom and look to the left. Because that's how easy, my house is pretty small. And so I look to the left, and he's not there, the door's closed. And I'm like, and things have changed in our relationship that we used to do, that we no longer do because of events like this. So he used to always close the laundry room door downstairs, or the door to our basement downstairs whenever he would go down there because it's cold and I don't want to know what's down there that is not coming up here because there's a door. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what bug or demon, I don't know, dead body. I don't know what's down there. I don't go down there anymore because there's a lot of spiders. Point being is that the door was closed. And so I was like, hey, hello? Because I thought, oh, he can't hear me. That's why he's not answering. He's not mad at me. Because it's still about me, though. Like, I think I have some issues with that. We'll have to deep dive into that later. Sorry, I'm also not feeling good, so drinking a lot of water on camera, probably. And so I was like, all right, fine, whatever. Babe, nothing. And so I'm like, okay. And so I was going to turn around and go back in the living room and then re-roll another cigarette because I roll my cigarettes. I was just going to, fuck it. Like, you don't want to talk to me? You want to be late for work? Fine. I'm not going to answer the phone when your boss calls, though, and explain to him again about some weird family emergency when in all reality the emergency was you were playing video games for 3 hours before work. Okay, like, I can't cover your ass every time. So I was just like, fuck it, I'm done. I'm just gonna go I'm gonna live my best life. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just gonna go out in the abyss and do my own thing. And then I turned to the right where my front door would be, right? In my living room. And then I had the most sickening fear in my stomach because that fucking chain was still on my door. And my door was still locked. Even if my husband did come home, there is no humanly possible way without breaking that chain he could have been in my house. Because my house is locked up like Fort Knox. Like, I have issues of my own from being in my childhood. People try to crawl my window and shit. Like, I lock shit up. So he would have never been able to come in here in the first place. Whether he had a key or not, that door was locked. And chained. I looked at that chain and I was like, oh, fuck. Who was that? What was that? What did I just experience? And then I texted my husband, where are you? I'm at work. Okay. I had to make him send me a picture of him at work at that moment. I said, prove it. Okay. Send it to me. What? Why? How? What? Shook. He came home. I explained everything. I'm like coming unglued. I'm like, check the basement. There's someone in the basement. Somehow someone's here. And that's also where the fear of the guy in the attic started. Because that night, I heard footsteps in my attic. And I went, that's how he got in. Even though I didn't even want to acknowledge until later that next day when I fully explained it was you. Your cologne, your clothes, your coat, your shoes, your footsteps sound, the way you sigh when you're angry, it was you. You were in the house. You disappeared out of nowhere. And I can't explain why there are two of you. Like, that identical. Wearing the same wedding ring I bought, or not wedding ring, I had bought him an engagement promise ring. And it didn't really fit that well, so he didn't really wear it very often. But he wore it that day. He also wore a watch I bought him. Both things were on this thing. Like, that's why I believed I'm looking at my husband. Because every single hit, you know what I mean? And so I just let it go. Like, all right, well, maybe I smoke weed. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe I wanted you to come home so bad that I just imagined this whole thing. And then you're probably thinking, Laurel, that's probably really messed up to do to yourself, to make yourself feel that weirded out and to turn it about yourself. I needed to do that to survive. Because all I kept thinking in my head was, there's somebody in my attic, there's somebody in my attic. And then my husband had to go to work the next day. And my kid had to go to school the next day. And I was a stay-at-home mom at that point. Let's just say I didn't stay at home very much afterwards. Because that, I'm not going to be home alone so I can have people walking around me. So I just figured it was when I'm home alone. I just don't want to be home alone. So I didn't for a while. Like, there was a lot of times where I would have, like, even the neighbors, I'd invite the neighbor to come over and smoke weed with me just so she'd hang out with me. Well, it wasn't the only reason why, but we were friends. But I would invite her to come over and hang out with me. She'd say, come over to my house. I'm like, no, come to my house. And if something happens, you get to experience it too. Like, I'm not doing this alone. But I also would like to hang out in my own house because I like my house. And I don't want to be alone. So she would bring her baby over and hang out with me. And we would smoke weed whenever her kid was sleeping. Her husband was home. So, I mean, like, she wasn't being a bad mom or anything. Like, we had people that were aware of what we were doing. But the baby wanted to be around her. And so she would hang out in the what's it called? When they were sleeping, they were hanging out in my office while we were outside smoking weed. And then when we were outside smoking weed with the baby, we had the husband with us. So, sorry, that made it sound really weird, but I'm also a mom. I want to let you guys all know I don't fucking do that. Anyways, so second time, okay, I now bypassed all of this, right? And so the second time this happens, it's now 2018 Halloween. It's actually the 4th or 5th day after Halloween. My son's birthday is around Halloween, and so we do a big old thing for Halloween and his birthday. We used to. We stopped doing it because, well, whatever. Anyways, so Halloween kit, we already had it. We used to get these big buckets. I mean, buckets, like buckets. We had 3 big purple buckets in our trunk, and we would fill the whole thing up, and then we would go home. And so this kid would have buckets and bags of candy, and I didn't want him to eat it all in one night and die. Because I don't know how much candy you need to eat before you just don't exist anymore. Like, you're just candy. Like, or you're just exploding out candy. I don't know what number it is, but I know that if I let my son go there, he would. So, especially when he's looking at all of them and he's just like, yeah! So, I put it in my room. And I said, don't go in there and get it, but you will be allotted, like, a lot of candy. Like, I'm going to just put the bucket out there and watch you and monitor you. Grab what you want. then within reason, don't grab the bucket. And then, like, he also enjoyed it because he had that candy for a while. And, like, all his friends, like, in November would be like, how do you still have Halloween candy at the end of November? And he's like, I got a lot. Because we had 3 buckets. We started passing it out and giving it away at Halloween or Christmas because, like, I don't know what to do with it. But anyways, sorry, off track. So I'm in my house doing dishes. My son's home. He was supposed to be in his room doing homework and doing his 30 minutes a day before, or right after he gets home from school, he did 30 minutes a day of reading, and then he would do homework. And his homework was normally his 30 minutes a day of reading. He didn't really have homework. And when he did, I would help him out with it, whatever. But he was supposed to be doing his reading, which he never really did anyways, but he did, kind of. Like comic books and video game words. Okay, I need you to pick up a book, but whatever. We'll get there eventually. Point is that I said you need to be in your room for 30 minutes to read. I don't care what you read anymore, just read something. Okay. Then I heard the door open, and I went, oh, buddy, no. Then I saw him go, because I turned, no. And I saw him walk from my kitchen into my living room. I saw him, because at that point it was cold, so we had a curtain in front of our kitchen to our living room. Sorry, I'm itchy. I don't know why. Don't know what's happening. But we had a curtain there to make sure that the heater doesn't go away, And so he went to the curtain, and I'm like, don't you dare go in that room. And I said it just like this. Don't you dare go in that room and get that candy. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Didn't hear anything but giggling. So I went, boy, little man, I am going to be upset. You are going to get the frowny face. I don't even know what the fuck the frowny face is. I've always threatened it, but I've never had to implement it. I don't know what the fuck that would be. I don't know. He's always been like, okay. I mean, I don't know if he remembers it now, but when he was little, like, I'll get that frowny face out. I don't know where it came from. I don't know why I even said it one day, but that shit worked for a while, so fuck it. So if anyone wants to use that, kids don't even know what the fuck that is. Just something, I don't know, do something, but he didn't even know. Sorry, again, not feeling well, all scattered around. So I'm like, don't you go get that candy. And I, literally was about ready to go to my living room, to my bedroom, because it's through the bedrooms, my living room, my bedroom, to go stop him from taking the candy. And, I'm doing the dishes, and I turned around and looked at him and said, don't you do that. Started doing the dishes again, like moving stuff around again. Not, I should turn the water on, but moving stuff around again. And then I said, I swear, dude, don't do it. Like, I'm about to make dinner. You can wait. I hear the door open again. I turn around. What are you talking about? Who are you yelling at? Stay right there. Don't move. Okay. I go to my bedroom. I rush to my bedroom. Search. He's not in there. Then I realized the kid I saw was wearing a yellow shirt. My son at the time didn't own a yellow plain shirt at all. They always had some kind of design. He couldn't just have a yellow plain shirt. A lot of things couldn't just be plain at that point. And so I went, oh. And he went, who are you yelling at? And I went, I don't know. I thought it was you. But you're not wearing a yellow shirt. And he went, are you okay, Mom? Yep. I'm just tired. I'm okay. Husband comes home. I think there's something wrong with me. What do you mean? I think there's something wrong with me. I just saw our son, but he wasn't our son. Honey, it's happened twice now. There's something wrong with me. Okay, well, what do you want to do? I'm talking to somebody about this. So I did. I called people about this. I called therapists, doctors, everybody. That's how I got the doppelganger thing. Because one person mentioned that to me, and I went, oh, well, I mean, I remember that from the past when I Googled it, because I said, what is when you can see yourself, but you're not you? And they said, yeah, that's what a doppelganger is. And I said, yeah, I kind of Googled about it in the past, but I didn't really, I thought it was me. No, it's probably a doppelganger. This wasn't an actual therapist, by the way. This one was somebody else. The therapist said that I might have some other issues I need to work on, including past issues with my parents. How the fuck is my kid's second or our twin trying to get candy from my bedroom something to do with my past? I don't fucking know. So I didn't go back to that person. But, so I was like, okay, fine. It's fine. It's fine. Maybe it's like a warning, like the internet said, where it's like a warning of something bad. Like maybe somebody's gonna get sick or a car accident or something. So again, I had pre-warned my husband before, like, keep an eye out. And I said, no, this time this is different. It's our son. Like our son. Like, is this a warning for our son? I panicked. I fucking panicked. And nothing happened. Like, ever. In 2019, I didn't see shit. Thought I was over. Thought it was all done. I thought maybe it was just some weird fluky thing. 2020 hits. We were in quarantine here at the house. My parents were in their own quarantine at that time. I had not gone there yet. And it was like the very beginning of the year. COVID was, no, I don't even know if we were in quarantine yet or not. I think it might have been February. So I don't think we were actually in quarantine yet or like lockdown or whatever. But anyways, I had called her. Okay. I was outside smoking. So I smoke. And I saw a truck drive by. And I was like, oh, hey! It's my dad! Truck slows by. And I'm like, because it's my dad. The guy in the truck who was identical to my dad and his truck. I mean, it was my dad. Well, I don't know, because it wasn't. But, so I'm like, hi, and the truck slows down. The guy looks at me and goes like this. And then I was like, cool. And I was about to get up and be like, babe, my dad's here. He's surprising us. This is so fucking cool. And then I realized my dad never does that. Ever. My dad will never come over here to surprise me, ever. He will always call first. Even if he's downstairs, upstairs, in the not downstairs, upstairs, if he's in front of the house, in the back of the house, if he's down the block, if he's fucking at the Yokes by my house, he will always call me because that's our deal. So he never just shows up unannounced. He never does that. You know what I mean? So I'm like, wait a second. Huh. So I go out in the house to call my mom and be like, what's up with dad? Like, did I just accidentally catch him trying to do like a well check on me? And I'm fine. Like, I was about to ask her that. And the moment I was talking to her, I'm like, hey, mom, got a quick question for you. And she's like, hang on a second, sweetie. And I heard my father on the phone go, do you want any coffee, honey? My mom go, yes, I would love that. Thank you. And my dad go, yep, got it. And went to go make coffee. And then my mom went, so what's going on? And I said, did dad just get home? No, he's been here. He's been working at home this whole time. He didn't just leave and come back. No. Okay. I could have sworn I saw him. Oh, that's weird. He hasn't left the house. Today's a home day. So how could a doppelganger also pick up a car? I mean, okay. Anyways. And so I was like, all right, maybe it's his stress. I don't know. We were also going through a custody case with my son at the time because he was tired of the rules here and tired of just having the hormones. And his mother decided to feed in on that and turn us against him and him against us, basically, or turn him against us and accuse of this horrible shit, like me wanting to shoot him with a gun and Good Lord. Anyways, so we were going through all this. And, you know, she wasn't bringing the kid back. She was refusing to bring him back. She even said, like, you know, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm not going to inflict my son this abuse. I just lost my shit one day and got mad at him for being a dick to his dad. But whatever. Okay. Anyway, so she was keeping him from us during the beginning of the pandemic. So we didn't even know if he was alive or dead for a while because no one would talk to us. No one would bother to do anything. So we were having a lot of stress. So I figured maybe this is stress. Maybe this is just like a God shot where like I'm having a moment of stress and anxiety. And maybe God just manifests my dad there so that it would calm me down. Because it did. I was upset and that calmed me down. The moment I saw that truck, I went from being like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Yay! Because I always like to see my dad. My dad's awesome. And so I was like, maybe that's just what it is. You know, and I'll let it go at that. Nothing happened again. The rest of 2020 was fine. Except for the fact that I went to quarantine. We all fucking had the worst fucking year of our life. But as far as doppelgangers go, I only saw one at the beginning of the year in February. 2021. Didn't see a thing. So I thought, oh, it's definitely stress. I'm now home. I'm out of quarantine. Court case is over. We lost because, you know, at the end of the day, they asked him what do you want to live with. He said, my mom, because she doesn't have any rules and she doesn't give really that much of a fuck, and we do. So, I get it. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't want to hang out with people that are telling me to do homework and go to school and take a bath. I want to go to the one that's telling me not to do fucking anything and do whatever the hell I want and walk down the street by myself, totally unsafe. I get that. The freedom. I get all that. Whatever. Point is, we were calming down. And then I decided in 2021 to make a TikTok and do this channel on paranormal stuff. And like, let's go try to get a demon to play hide and go seek with me. And let's go try to find a fortune teller in the street. I'm not really sure if anything like that did anything weird to my house. I know intent's a really important thing that everybody needs to be very aware of. Like, even if your intention isn't to hover this by the power of demons, if you think about it long enough and you put enough energy into it, you can make some shit happen. I'm not saying that demons will come up and hover this thing, but I am saying that you know, what you focus on expands. And, you know, when you focus on, like, oh my gosh, you know, demons, it expands. Okay, so you do invite that shit. You know, people don't like my perspective on this because some people don't believe in demons, and I do. I don't like giving that power, but I give it respect. Because just like I don't give like heroin and crack cocaine power, but I give it enough respect to know that I will never put it in my body because I don't know what it'll do. You know what I mean? Like, I started smoking weed at 12. I still smoke weed, so don't know how I'll do with heroin or crack. So I'm just gonna let that go. You know what I mean? So, okay, I'm all over the place. Sorry. My point is that in 2022, this year, actually, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago maybe, I was in my living room, like I am now, okay? And I could actually reenact this one for you a little bit better, because my house isn't that dirty to reenact this. Okay, so, copyrighted music, we'll turn that off. So I have headphones like this. They're all ghettoed out because I have broken them so many times. This is what I have left. So I have headphones like this, right, that I use for my TV for watching YouTube, listening to music or whatever, especially when somebody is asleep and I'm trying to be nice and sincere. So I'm sitting here and I'm just like, I'm vibing, I'm listening to music, I'm having fun, you know, I'm chilling, yeah, good time. And then I can hear my husband snoring and stuff, and I'm like, oh, he's sleeping, oh my gosh, he's been up late. This poor man, like, he needs his rest. And then I was, you know, kind of like how I am right now. I'm all tapped out there. I'll get some more water. So I get up to go get water. Okay? Now, so far, I can hear my husband snoring. I do one of these things where I get up and I'm like, ah. Headphones are still on, though. It's a long ass cord. I don't know if you can tell or not, but this is a long ass cord. Okay, so headphones are still on. And I will take them off when I stand up to go do whatever I need to do. Headphones are still on, and I start. And so I'm like, oh, he woke up. And so I go get water. I turn around, and I see my husband on the toilet. Now, we have a weird relationship, so. Or not weird. I'm going to take these off now. Well, not weird, but we don't have boundaries when it comes to certain things. So if it's just me and him, when it's number one, we keep the door open. Don't know when that started or why, but this is what we do now. And so I saw him going pee, and I was like, oh, good morning. How'd you sleep? He never does that to me. I do, because I am not a morning person. Like, if I wake up with somebody around me, the moment I do wake up, good luck on feeling good about yourself for the rest of the day. While I sit there and just be like, you woke me up, I don't want to be awake, I hate life. You won't be happy until I'm happy. So if I'm alone, I can kind of vibe, wake up, and then I'm a decent human being the rest of the day. But, so at that point I was kind of chill and I was kind of feeling it. So I wasn't in a weird mood anymore. And I was like, okay, well, I hope you sleep. I hope you slept well. If you need more sleep, let me know. And I came back in here and I sat down. And I was about to ready to do this, to turn on my thing again. And I hear. I quietly get up. I go to my bedroom. My husband is dead ass asleep in the bed. Multiple blankets are on him. Sleeping. Then I'm like, fuck, it happened again. It happened again. Like, did you see that? What the hell was that? I'm like, fuck, it happened again. Like, holy shit. That's 4 times now. That's happened. What the hell is it? And then the other day, this is my last one. And the other day, I was having a full-fledged conversation with my husband, who I thought was in the bedroom, who was in the bathroom. I literally made a comment where I put this on Snapchat and stuff like that, where I said, hey, I mean, I know David's over here a lot, because when we lost custody, he was supposed to be over here like every other weekend and like once a week and holidays and shit. He's here like every weekend and Wednesdays, but except for tonight. He's not here tonight, but I'm pretty sure he'll probably call tomorrow, because he does it a lot. So he's here a lot. So I'm like, hey, it's not like it was when we first did the court thing. He's here like all the time now, so it's not like it's that special. You know what I mean? Like, I get you guys want to play video games and you don't need to make every moment count, but he's also been waiting for you to be out of school and stuff, so you might want to do something with your son. And this is what I get. Yeah. And I'm like, are you seriously gonna do this all day long with video games with you and your son? Like, you guys can play in the same room together. Fuck, we have like a million TVs and game systems. It's not like you couldn't be in the same room to at least vibe in the same room. I don't know. Like, why do you have to be in the bedroom? He has to be in his bedroom. And I'm just sitting in here in the living room like, what? And so then I'm like, babe, you also can't get mad at your son now for playing video games all day long when you yourself are playing video games all day long. And I said, it's like father like son, right? And he was like, yeah, it is. And I went, well, you gonna get up? And then my wonderful husband opens the bathroom door. My son is on headphones on. He's not even listening to me. My husband opens the bathroom door. What are you talking about? Who are you talking to? No, for real. I'm talking to you about you and David playing video games. I was in the bathroom. I'm constipated. I needed a moment. Who are you talking to? I was talking to you. You responded. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. No, honey, I didn't. I was in the bathroom. I don't care where you thought you were. You responded to me in the bedroom. I could hear the clicking of the video game. That's why I made the comment. Are you telling me you were in the bathroom this whole time? Yeah. No. No. And then my husband and my kid were playing around in the kitchen and like goofing off and like play wrestling or whatever. And I'm sitting here just like, what the fuck? Because I had a conversation with him. So, okay, I've read up on doppelgangers. I didn't know doppelgangers could drive cars, could have conversations. They were just like copies of you or like your essence or whatever. Like, I didn't know you could literally have full on interactions with these people. Okay, and then what is it? Like, how is this here? Like, why does this keep happening to me? And why is it only the men? You know what I mean? Like, I've seen some weird shit outside, like I said, I'm diving through a lot of rabbit holes. And with the rabbit holes, I'm getting a lot of information. Like, look for aliens, do this, Bigfoot, this, the COVID stuff, and, you know, the government's out to get us and everything else. And so I kind of went through a little bit of like a spiral. You know, like, oh my gosh, what's reality? Are we in the Matrix? Is this a simulation? Oh my gosh, are we just alien, like, slaves? Are we slaves to the aliens? Like, are we just trying to mine gold? Who's drinking babies? Like, what's happening? You know, like, and so I was outside and I was like, if I see some weird shit outside, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. I can't. I'm already seeing weird shit in my house. I can't. And so I'm looking outside. I see this thing outside and I'm like, what are you? There's this little dot. I want to see if I can. Okay, well. Okay. Little dot in the sky. I don't know if you can see that or not. Here, I'll make it a bigger dot. Okay. Little big dot in the sky. And I was seeing this dot, and it was first going like this. Okay, sorry. It was going like this. Well, here, you know what? We'll use this square instead, because I don't think if I'm allowed to use the tops thing. I don't know if that's good or not. Alright, so we're going to use this square, okay? So it was a circle, but we're just going to pretend. So it was first going like this, but it was like far away. So it was like this. And then... So I'm thinking it's a balloon or something, right? Like, that's kind of sad because some kid lost their balloon, or some husband who fucked up or had a birthday or something. Something's wrong because someone lost a balloon. Somehow a balloon is a foot. You know what I mean? And so then I'm like, it's over here. It's kind of doing one of these things. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to kind of chill and, you know, smoke a little bit of weed and vibe on this for a minute. And then I was like, wait a second. It's coming forward to me now. And then it started to do one of these things. And so I was like, here's my house. So I was like, oh, get the camera. No matter what this is, this looks crazy. Like, even if it's a balloon, it looks crazy right now. I get my camera. I come back out. This thing that was now here is all the way back fuck over here. And going further. It was coming towards my house. I walked in, grabbed my phone, walked out. 4 seconds. It went from here to way the fuck back here. Like, way. Like, my house, it's there. Like, I don't have enough space to go as far back as it was. Like, it was in another city, it felt like. I could barely see the dot anymore. I found it one other time, and I was like, okay. I lost it. And then, I know I keep saying the last thing, but a lot of weird shit's happened. The very, very, very last thing, though, is that the other night I was outside smoking a cigarette. Fuck, I think I smoked too much. But I was outside smoking a cigarette, and I heard this very distinctively. And instead of panicking or freaking out, I just waited to see if the person would respond back. And they never did. But I heard from, okay, now imagine, I'm like this. I'm just vibing out. Hey, Laurel. That kind of loudness. Hey, Laurel. Who the fuck? Bitch, you better show me who the fuck just said my name. Anybody there? Want to talk? No, I'm the crazy person outside my front house talking to myself. If somebody touches me, I'm gonna lose my mind. I come back in the house. I think about it for a second. I have no idea whose voice that was. Like, I don't even know if it was a guy or a girl. It was so kind of like my voice, but deeper, but feminine, but masculine. I have no idea how to explain that, but it was nobody I recognized. We have weird clicking in our bedroom. We have weird clicking in our kitchen. I've seen and heard things. I've had somebody walking in our attic. Like, something's going on in my house. And I don't know what I did or if something else did it. I mean, this house was built in 1906. So, I mean, a lot of shit could be here. And this house has a lot of secret places. So anything can be here. So, anyways, I just wanted to let you guys know what I was doing, what I've been up to. And I have videos coming out soon. One with the Reliving with author June Matthews. Editing that right now. And then I also have the COVID one and the alien one with Rachel's video. Parts of Rachel's videos in the Reliving one as well. And we'll probably be in the COVID one too, because it's fun to just split it in there somehow. I don't even know if that's a word. I'm starting to get loopy. You're laughing at me. It's time for me to stop doing this now and go back to sleep. But I just wanted to check in. I love you all. I hope you had a great night. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Check out my TikTok. Check out my Instagram. And if you have anything you want me to check out and anything you want to talk about, like even on a podcast, I do mean anything. You can go ahead and give me a call at 509-795-0414, and we can talk about that. You can also follow me on TikTok at the 7 Cents Paranormal, or you can follow me on Snapchat. I don't know how to even... It was at THR, because I spelled the wrong 7 Cents. Anyways, love you guys. Have a great night, and take care of yourselves. Be safe, and... if no one else told you, I'll tell you right now. Love you. Bye.